Warren Harding hosting Shaker Heights tonight. Harding trying to keep that momentum going from that big win over Massillon last week. Third quarter, Harding in control. Damon Hines coming off that huge game a week ago, runs 19 yards down to the Shaker Heights 47-yard line. That's good enough for a first down. 3rd and 9 now here on the same drive. Mikkel Seawood on the quarterback keeper picks up the first down, keeps the drive alive. Now 4th and 4. This is on the same drive. Moses Sosa connects from 32 yards out. The Raiders in front 37-10. 1st and 10, Harding on the Shaker Heights 28. Seawood to Devontae West. This is good for 27 yards down to the 1-yard line. Then Nate Marsico caps the drive with the touchdown here. All Warren Harding in this one. The Raiders pick up the win tonight, 44-7.
Unbeaten. They were on the road up in Uniontown, taking on the Blue Streaks of Lake. Second quarter, it's Jim Luther taking the toss and scoring from 2 yards out. Lake would take a 14-7 lead, but still in the second, here comes one of our Player of the Year candidates. Demetrius Davis punches it in from 6 yards out. Lake with a 1-point lead now, 14-13. Then later in the second, Davis again on the keeper, scampers in from 3 yards out. Fitch takes the lead. This one would go to double overtime, and Lake comes out on top, 34-28. So the Falcons lose their first game of the season. They can still clinch a share of that Federal League title if they can beat Boardman next Friday in our Game of the Week. Over in Western Pennsylvania, quite simply.
Finished with Warren Harding and Shaker Heights. DJ Dota's club up 34-3 at the break, executing and picking up where he left off last week. It's Damon Hines. Ran for over 330 last week. Here a 19-yard pickup that would lead to a field goal. 4th quarter, Mikkel Seawood. This to Devontae West, a 27-yard catch and run down to the 1-yard line, and Nate Marsico would take it in on the next play. Yes, Warren Harding into the end zone and into the win column. They get it done, 44-17. That wraps it up for week number 9. More over 330 last week. Here a 19-yard pickup that would lead to a field goal. 4th quarter, Mikkel Seawood. This to Devontae West, a 27-yard catch and run down to the 1-yard line, and Nate Marsico would take it in on the next play. Yes, Warren Harding into the end zone and into the win column. They get it done, 44-17. That wraps it up for week number 9. More highlights scored.
Against Austintown Fitch, can the Falcons go to 8-0? Demetrius Davis, boy, he's been doing it all season long. Rolls to his left, complete to Lucas Hop. That's good enough for a first down and a 17-yard pickup. 5 plays later, it's going to be Davis calling his own number, dives into the end zone. The Falcons up 20-10. Opening kickoff to the second half, a little trickery by Massillon Perry, and this is going to backfire because Larry Vines picks it up, gets behind the wedge, and there's Larry. Big number 4 is going to go for 6 the other way, 78 yards for the touchdown. The Falcons in front, 27-10. The Perry offense tries to get started, tries to get back into it, but Shane Stevens for that Falcon defense comes up with the sack. 1st and golden on the next possession. Davis keeps the ball, scampers 10 yards for the Falcon touchdown. And Austintown Fitch under Phil Annarella, perhaps his best team in his coaching career, they've defeated Massillon Perry 48-10. Gerard and
when Massillon comes to town, they got a special guest. There he is, Obi. That's number 41. And now we check it out. Cal Kemp back to pass, rolls out. He is sacked by Shaq Diggs. Tigers drive stalls. The ensuing Raider drive from their own 18. Damon Hines going to pick up 23 yards to the 41. Next play. Hines gets the handoff, and he's going to break free. And guess what? He just turns on the Jets, and he's gone. Look at the move. Nice. He's in the house. It's a touchdown. Oh, they rolled him down at the 1. So let's go to the next play, and they'll let him finish what he started. Hines punches it in. And it's 20-6 Harding at that point. Tigers were threatening, but Nate Marsico comes up with the sack. Go to the scoreboard, and Harding, big victory as they take it 20-6. All right.
66 yards for the touchdown. Fitch takes a 6-3 lead, and Davis pretty happy about that one. We'll stay in the first quarter. Davis now does it with the arm. He's airing it out to Lucas Hop. A 57-yard touchdown reception. Fitch rolls tonight 48-10.
Well, you can't stop those Falcons. By the way, Boardman won on the road tonight. All right, let's check out some Lake Erie League action. Warren Harding taking on Massillon. Moses Sosa from 37 yards out, and his kick is true. 13-0 Raiders have a lead on the Massillon Tigers. Damon Hines had himself a huge night. This just a sampling of a 300-yard performance by Damon Hines. Again, just a couple seconds left. Maslin going to look to the end zone. Kyle Kempel going to hook up with Jakar Robinson for the touchdown. However, too little, too late. Big win for the Raiders tonight. They get the victory 20-6. So the Raiders helping out their playoff cause with a big victory tonight.
Well, let's head back down south. East Liverpool hosting Oak Glen.
How about Austintown Fitch trying to stay unbeaten? Maslin Perry in town. There's the Falcons mascot, or I should say Fitch's mascot, the Falcon. First quarter, Fitch down 3-0, not for long. Demetrius Davis, boy, the wheels he has. 66 yards for a score. The extra point no good. Fitch goes up 6-3. Davis finally giving a smile to the camera, a little head nod. Still in the first quarter, Davis doing it with the arm, airs it out, and Lucas hopped on the other end. Kind of an unsung hero on this Fitch team. Plenty of weapons. 57 yards there, a touchdown, and Fitch rolls big, 48-10. And Harding with the big game, hosting Maslin at Mollenkopf Stadium. Harding kicker Moses Sosa from 37 yards out. How about that? That makes it 13-0 Raiders. How about Harding running back Damon Hines? What a night for him. Over 300 yards rushing. Here are just a few of them. He had to earn them for sure. 4 seconds left in the half. Maslin going to get a touchdown to get back in this, but Warren Harding led 13-6 at half, and the Raiders, they hold true in the second half. They go on to win this one, 20-6, your final score. That is a big win in Warren.
The entire state was playing host to our Warren Harding Raiders, down 7-0. Harding already in the second quarter, and boy, their quarterback is pretty good for the Tarblooders. Cardell Jones finds Nicholas Davis. He's down to the 3-yard line, led to a touchdown. Tarblooders with a 14-0 lead. Then Jones keeps it himself, scrambling through Raiders, takes a shot at the end there, but still scores. The injury, though, would knock him out of the game for the rest of it. Harding with some life right before halftime. That snap is bad, down to the 2-yard line, and Mikkel Seawood punches it in for Warren Harding. But in the end, it's way too little, way too late. Glenville rolls over Harding by a count of 41-6, so the Raiders finish a great season with 8 wins and 3 losses.
11 area high school football teams trying to punch their ticket to round 2 of the playoffs. Our team coverage begins in Division 1, where Warren Harding battled one of the top teams in the country. They were taking on Glenville. Let's head up there and check out the highlights in this one. Second quarter, 3rd and 8. Harding's 15. Cardell Jones to Nicholas Davis. And the Tarblooders have jumped out to a 21-0 lead. Second quarter on their own 43. Mikkel Seawood's pass picked off by Antoine Krucher, and the Tarblooders take over. 2nd and 10 now at the Raiders 20. Cardell Jones on the keeper. He's going to punch it in. However, he would get hurt on the play and have to leave the game. 4th and 9 now at their own 24. Glenville going to bobble the snap. Hunter brought down at the 5 by Jalen Powell. And on the next play, it is Seawood going to keep it. Raiders are on the board, but they're down 27-6. And now it's Seawood being back to pass again, but this time picked off again by Johnny Robinson. Tough night for Harding as they bow out of the playoffs. Final score in this one, 41-6. Dana Balish joins us with another Division I matchup.
Yeah, Mike, Austintown Fitch, Willoughby South playing for the first time in school history. Both explosive offenses. Would we see that tonight up at Falcon Stadium? Game was tied at 7, Fitch was up 14-7 at intermission. Dominic Darling caps the 4-play, 64-yard drive here in the 3rd quarter. He rushed the ball for 211 yards and a couple of touchdowns. 14-7 after forcing a punt. Russ Ray to Derwin Wood. A pitch and catch goes 73 yards for the touchdown. The Rebels in front 21-14. We go to the 4th quarter. Now 28-21. Will Mahone goes 43 yards. This ties the game at 28. Now 35-28 South. Less than 2 minutes to play. Mahone goes 13 yards, ties the game at 35, and we go to overtime. Falcons on offense in the extra session. The very first play, well, Will Mahone scored the first play in overtime. He had 5 touchdowns. South's first play, they fumble the ball. Ken Walters recovers. Fitch moves on. They will play Solon next Saturday night. The Falcons get the win in overtime, 42-35.
Rob Jecker going to join us now.
Week number 12. We start in Division 1, where Federal League champion Austintown Fitch welcomed Willoughby South to Falcon Stadium. First quarter, no score. Falcons on the attack. Demetrius Davis rolls out and hits Will Mahone. 28-yard touchdown pass. Fitch up 7-0. But the Rebels would lead late in the fourth quarter, 35-28. That is until Mahone races to the outside. 13-yard touchdown run. We're tied at 35. We go to overtime. First play of overtime. Mahone at it again. 20-yard touchdown run to put Fitch up 42-35. Mahone 5 touchdowns on the night. First offensive play in overtime for the Rebels. Watch this. Unbelievable ending. It's a fumble. Fitch pounces on it. The Falcons, as we go to the scoreboard, go on to get the victory in overtime, 42-35. They will play Solon next weekend. Harding taking on the top-ranked team in the state in Division 1, the Glenville Tar Blooders. Raiders down in the second quarter, 7-0. Glenville quarterback Cardell Jones back to pass. He hits Nicholas Davis complete down to the 3-yard line. That would lead to a touchdown. Harding down 14-zip. 21-0 to score now. Jones going to keep it himself. He avoids a few tackles and gets in for the touchdown. Jones injured in the play, would not return. It's 27-zip Glenville just before the half. Little life for Harding. The snap nearly gets over the punter's head. Harding able to make the tackle at the 2. It would lead to a Mikhail Seawood scoring a short touchdown. However, the news is not good as we go to the scoreboard. Glenville beats Harding 41-6. Harding finishes the season 8-3. Cardinal Mooney taking on Mogador.
Still undefeated, taking on another Federal League foe and disposing of another one. Demetrius Davis, with a 3-point deficit, takes matters into his own hands. 66 yards for number 2 to give the Falcons a 3-point lead. Davis obviously pretty happy. He was not done. Now with the arm, he chucks it up to Lucas Hopt. And that's good for a 57-yard touchdown. The Falcons score in bunches again. 48-10. They improve to 8-0. How about Harding and Massillon? Two perennial powers and big-time rivals going at it. Moses Sosa. That's a 37-yard field goal for the Raiders to give them a 13-0 lead. They leaned on their running back, Damon Himes, over 300 yards rushing. And Harding does indeed pick up another win. Big one tonight. 20-6 over the Tigers. Steubenville and Ursuline could have easily been our game of the week. Maybe